Yeah, I think it's quite difficult to assess myself, but I think if you say what I think I'm better off now compared to before is I do have more time with my patients. I spend a lot of time with my patients as compared to when I'm in the service because of the load that I have. We are more appointment based now, so I can set however long I want as compared to in the government. You only have that specific time frame and you have to see the patients within a specific time. So in that sense, a bit tricky. Also now, if I face any issue, I have a lot of colleagues to help me. Issues meaning like specialist work, for example, root canal, wisdom tooth. You know, I can refer to my colleagues to help me to solve the issue of my patients as compared to when I'm in a government. I can also refer, or we choose the less popular option of possibly removing the tooth instead of saving it. So in that sense, maybe that's the difference, I would say. Honestly, I didn't have any limitations in government. The only limitation was I wanted to actually go through payroll posting, but I couldn't. You know, seniors like you all go through everything. You all go through even auto, payroll, resto, and so on. For me, I needed OS and tips. So OS and tips alone is not enough. I feel I could go to the rest, and my interest was payroll. But in my clinic itself, I could do anything. I may not be able to speak the same for those who are in the service now. But I could do anything I want. I could even do payroll stuff because I had a senior who also, you know, was interested in payroll. So yeah, really no significant limitation per se. I actually like my time there. I get to do everything. 5 days a week, all public holidays are holidays, Saturday, Sunday, and go back home. So yeah. I always tell my junior this. If you want to leave the government, make sure anything under the roof you can do. Meaning to say, any patients that walk in, you can handle them to your own best interest. And if you think you are there, then yes, by all means you can leave the service and you can join private. So what do I mean by that? If a patient walks in and you don't know how to treat, and referring is also something that you should know how to do. If you don't even know how to do that step and you still want to focus and do whatever you can just for the sake of finishing the case, then I don't think you are ready to leave. But if you can manage yourself, you know your limitations, you know when to refer, and you know how to treat as many things as you can. If a fracture patient comes to you, you know what to do before referring, then yeah, I think you're ready. But yeah, like what Dr. Kuok just said, I don't think many young dentists now have a choice because they're all being kicked after a certain number of years. So that's when the issue comes up.
Yeah, I got an answer to that. I think government is a very, very good foundation and I think everybody should go to it. But when if you have to leave and you're forced out, then I think we need to look at what the trend is going to be. So what the trend is going to be specifically in private practice, I mean, I assume if you're going to end up in private practice, what the trend is going to be, and as you correctly mentioned, it's going to be more saturated. So dentists that came out 10 years ago and dentists that are coming out now have very different challenges ahead. There is going to be the need for more niche treatment, not necessarily specialized treatment, but more niche treatment. Sorry, I started working 10 years ago. And at the time, I thought the trend to stand out 10 years from then, which is today, is to become a specialist. And I think I got it right. I think so. I don't know. Time will tell. So today, if you're coming out to work, what's going to be like in 10 years' time? I'm not sure. If I were to put a guess, it's definitely digital dentistry. And digital will invade every aspect of dentistry, not just implants. It's going to invade your orthodontics, endodontics as well, and general dentistry. So probably look into digital. That's my advice I can give for now. Yeah.